WandaVision, leads into Doctor Strange, but I believe it also leads into Spider-Man.
Yeah,
And we have
one
got
or
the
the other
official
more.
we got the official title of Spider-Man 3,
Oh, that was great.
Wasn't it?
and it is No Way Home.
Did you see the whiteboard? That was hysterical. And then they called out Tom Holland for
Yes.
Why wouldn't they tell me?
His co-stars were like, "Yeah, no, you're really asking."
Those three have such fantastic chemistry together. Like
Yeah.
I am so looking forward to this, and the expectation is that there will be more multiverse hopping.
Oh, of course.
And it's coming out before we're going to get this at the end of the year.
Well, we're getting the Doc Ock from the original Spider-Man trilogy.
Is that confirmed?
That's what I'm hearing. And Electro.
Electro is confirmed.
Electro is confirmed.
Electro is confirmed. But I mean, has Alfred Molina as Doc Ock been confirmed?
Don't know. I thought it was confirmed.
Oh, did you guys know that Catherine Hahn was Doc Ock in Into the Spider-Verse?
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Oh, she's amazing.
She's so great.
We know that
just because this is WandaVision, they're going to overlook it for awards. There's so many people in here should be getting awards.
We know Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield were confirmed. We know that what's her face, Mary Jane, was confirmed. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be
interesting.
Mary Jane was confirmed. That's
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst, thank you.
Oh, Kirsten Dunst is confirmed. Okay.
I don't know. I'm almost wanting to stay away from everything, and I don't know how this is going to happen, but I'm glad that it is, and I'm very excited. God, I love Tom Holland as Peter Parker. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that Sony was able to say, you know what, we can't do this.
You just want to adopt him. He's so cute.
I do. I do. He'd be a good little boy. He'd be a good son, unlike the one I have now. No, he doesn't. He don't.
When he grows up and he watches this episode, he's gonna cry and cry and cry.
Man, I tried to read him a story last night. He said, "Daddy, I don't want to do this," and hung up the phone on me.
So I kind of feel like,
like
Far From Home there's a double meaning to that. This is my guess. Number one, because his identity has been exposed, he can't go home.
Yes,
so he's far from home, and he ends up hopping universes.
Yeah, I think
No Way Home. That's
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, No Way Home. Like he maybe they throw him out into the multiverse of madness, and he has to find a way home.
It's great. I love this idea. I love everything about this. This is going to be so much fun. Hopefully, theaters are up and running when it comes out later this year.
I mean, I was hoping it was going to be called Spider-Man Home Alone, but yeah.
Well, that was also on the whiteboard, by the way. And I think that there was a note under that said copyright problems or something like that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
But can you have imagined how excited we could have been about this kind of stuff 10 years ago? I mean, like,
it was unfathomable, really.
Marvel is killing it. They are just killing it.
Yeah, you wouldn't even think of them being able to pull this off before the MCU launched.
Nope. I remember when Iron Man showed up at the end of Hulk, and you're like, sweet.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about Spider-Man multiversal hopping and meeting other versions of Spider-Man. Versions that came out after Iron Man, which is even crazier. Like, I love the world we live in.
We've got half the roster of characters in Marvel Comics that people actually care about. Almost half of every character that people actually care about, and we haven't even dipped into the X-Men yet, the mutants, and my God, awesome. We care about almost every single one of them.
And it pisses off a lot of the cinema snobs because they're giving people stuff that they enjoy watching.
Oh no, yeah, yes. There is one cinema snob. So he's okay with it, but
no, I mean a literal cinema snob, not a guy with a trademark. I love Martin Scorsese, but I mean he's an old man who's got to stop asking people to get off his lawn. Like,
oh yeah, no,
exactly. It's not only like, why can't you consider this good storytelling just because there's action and adventure in it? It is.
It's become because it's become so prevalent and it's become harder for like smaller movies to be made. But I mean, that's just the case of like, that's just economics. Like,
Right.
we're not in a, it's like in the 50s when Hollywood's golden age went to shit and they were just pumping out monster movies and cowboy movies. Like, because
But-
that's what was selling.
Yeah.
Right.
But the thing is, they're comparing these to just big explosion fests. And if you want one of those, you'd go Michael Bay or J.J. Abrams.
Right.
But this is storytelling and epic hero journeys and
Yeah, but-
good characterization.
But it's not what they wanted. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
right.
It's
but
it's very selfish.
the problem is it is what they wanted. It's just not the way they want it. I mean, it's like it's everything you want in a show. It's not just if you took the hero aspect of it away, the comic book aspect away, it's still epic journeys of heroes going through trials and tribulations.
That's the problem, is like, because it comes from comic books, it immediately,
Right.
what
Yeah.
are we like? What are we? We're a nerd culture show. What we love, even though it's one of the most popular things in the world right now, is still defined as being nerd culture stuff.
Right.
Not just popular culture. Like,
Right.
we've transcended, we really have, but people still, and it's mostly baby boomers, want to put those parameters on everything, like that somehow disqualify it and gatekeep it, and they don't matter anymore. And I love Martin Scorsese. Goodfellas is a phenomenal movie. Raging Bull is genius, too long, but genius. He doesn't matter anymore when it comes to this stuff. Like,
No.
you had your time, someone else's time now.
Yeah,
And yes,
I'm-
these will get passe at some point. Hollywood will get tired of them at some point, because that's just the nature of film. But for right now, goddamn, let us enjoy it.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, people had your heroes. I mean, you had the Duke in the old westerns,
Yeah.
right? Silverado and a whole bunch of other westerns that were really good. It's like they
Right.
were superheroes of their time.
Exactly. what it is. The cowboy-
Zorro and what's his name? The masked guy. What's his
Zorro.
with Silver?
Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger, like all those guys.
Oh,
Green
you're-
Hornet.
You're
They-
100% right. The problem is like, star vehicles don't work anymore. And it used to be, if you wanted to get a movie made, if you had this great idea for a movie, all you had to do was attach Tom Hanks or
Mhm.
something to it, and that's how it would get made. But those, like, realistically speaking, those movies were just studio machine stuff. You slap a star on it, and the overwhelming majority of those movies are forgettable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're totally forgettable because they're based on selling a product. They're widgets. You could say the same thing about superhero movies, but
Except
not.
except the ones with Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is a national
He's
treasure,
good.
and everything he did was good.
No, I
Now-
agree.
now,
I'm just
how
using
many-
it as an example.
I'm
but yes,
sorry.
you're right.
Every Tom Hanks Meg Ryan movie is exactly the same.
You are right about
Oh, it
that.
is. It's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
That-
Which
that-
goes back to what you were saying.
No, Joe versus the Volcano is much different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
That's a different movie. That's a weird movie. But yeah,
Yeah.
Sleepless in Seattle and You Got Mail and like every romantic. And I'm not going to poop on romance stuff, because that stuff is, in my world, it murders everything. That's the 300-pound gorilla. But like, these movies, man, they work, and I get it. It's taking attention from what you want. But now with streaming television, there's more opportunity for people to get their story out than any time before.
But we've got
Making-
romance in the MCU too.
There's stuff
Yeah.
that's been we kind of have one right now.
Exactly.
You know,
What is this but a love
is-
story?
It is a love story. It's very much a love story. It's a tragic love story.
it is. It's
Yeah.
absolutely a tragic love story. It's a show about grief and loss. It's metaphorical done with superpowers. Like, that's what these Marvel movies are. Is they sell you a real story. Guardians of the Galaxy is about being an orphan and finding family,
Yeah.
right? Finding a misfit family.
And
Like,
people like that.
yes, Captain America is literally the great underdog tale. Like, he gets that big ripped up body, but really it's his spirit that lifts everybody up. And it's a great patriot story. Iron Man is a story about, rejecting commercialism and corporate greed. Like, these movies have like real stories to them, and they become palpable with people by selling them with superheroes, right? But they're really like telling stories, but people can't admit that.
Right.
They wouldn't care so much about the superhero part of it if it weren't for the characterizations and the stories behind it.
Hey, thanks for checking out this clip from the Superhero Speak podcast. If you like what you saw, hit hit that like button. You can also leave us a comment and give us your thoughts. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button because a new podcast goes up every week and you don't want to miss it. And if you want to see the full episode, of course, the link is in the description below. So thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time.